Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. Pretty much sideways price action yesterday to a degree, uh, but we've got this massive tail here with buyers coming in, and then the very next bar we continue down, and we've opened up this morning with some downward pressure. So where are we going to? The most logical area right now is this 39.16. There's nothing really else in amongst here that we need to pay attention to. You can see we are flirting with this area, but that is not a signal. So I'd be looking on the inside here for something, and I don't really see anything. That the next logical area would be this swing low, this swing high, which we are pretty much flirting with right now. So that's kind of the zone of support that I see us hitting at the moment. Still looking at this as a wedge. We are very far from the moving averages. We are in a downward trend. So even breaking the wedge, I'd be looking for shorts higher up here anyway. But at the moment, if you look at the oscillators, we have a bit of diversions brewing here on the 8th hour. And that is something that you do need to pay attention to. When you are at a level, you've got diversions and you have a structure, also should I say a consolidation pattern being a wedge. You can see here clear diversions within the wedge. And whenever you see that, the possibility of it exploding to the upside is always there. And it's the probability is a little bit higher, should I say. So, 3 hour, we had the holiday chaos here. Then we had this massive pin bar, and now we're sort of flirting with it at the moment. Don't trust it. If we start breaking above that pin bar there, that would be an indication that we need to start looking for long. But at the moment, we have, looking at the hour, you can see a grouping of the oscillators here to the downside. Lots of chaos. Buyers were coming in going into the close, or was it profit taking? That's difficult to ascertain. And then you did have a measured move here. That's the first leg down, pull back. Let's see where that takes us to. It doesn't take us, takes us into the middle of nowhere. Let's come back to the 8th hour just to see where that takes us. Yeah, pretty much middle of nowhere. So I don't really trust that either. Let's get rid of it. So we'll get down to the 15 minutes, see what we can see. So definitely don't want to be jumping in short here at the moment. So this gap here is a key area that you need to pay attention to. And I'm just going to line it up with this inside tail here on the 15 minute. Look at this chaos that we had yesterday. Big up, big down, big up, big down. It is a downward trend. We did confirm the downward trend here. Just a very volatile and crazy afternoons of trading if you were trying to trade this. So this is what I'd be watching for. 31,169. If we reject that, we are in a downward trend, then expect to move down. The high time frames are saying just be very careful. And with all the diversions going on, very, very skeptical of chasing shorts at the moment. So I'd feel a lot more comfortable taking this level, moving it back up into that zone there. And you can see, look at the chaos around that level. Broke above it, broke above it. Sorry, broke below it, broke above it, stayed above it, broke below it. Didn't really come back and test it. It's also the top of the trend line or the wedge. So that 31,347 is the area that I would prefer looking at for shorts from the hour perspective, looking at the oscillators right now. Definitely don't want to jump in down here when the oscillators are like this, even if it is going to float a little bit further down. So that's kind of my view at the moment. So if we do drill down to the 15 minute, you don't really have anything else. These tails could offer some support, and they could also offer resistance. So yeah, it's a really tough situation, I think. And if you look on the 15 minute, that was the holiday trading there, and you can see above and below, above and below, above and below. But that's clearly something we need to pay attention to. So I'm kind of sitting on the fence on indexes today. I don't see anything really decent right now that is glaring in my face that we need to be trading. Just one last thing. If we do get above the highs of yesterday, and yesterday's move was 580 points, 1.7% move. If we do get above that area, that starts to break a lot of structure and it gives us potentially a base. I'd be waiting for support up here, and that's 31,567. That would get me looking at the longs. Okay, right now, even on the 15 minutes, this area would be 31,338. I'd look for a move up and a move come back down to find support here. And that would maybe get me looking for something if I get price action here that I'd like. So price action is going to be inside bars like this, engulfing bars or pin bars. And lastly, the big concern I've got with this price action that we see here, from the open through the session, is look at all the tails. Look at the tails. Look at all the structure. So inside bar there, inside bar there, inside bar there, engulfing bar, not a tweezer bottom, but pin bars. Yeah, there were buyers here for some reason. Yes, it was being driven down, but there were buyers coming in here. There were buyers that came in at the close on Friday. Now, was that profit taking? Probably profit taking, but nevertheless, there was some buying happening here. Now, there's more buying happening here as we test these lows. That you've got to ask yourself, well, what are the investment houses doing? What are the big guys doing at the moment? Are they really driving this down? If you look at the daily, look at what the oscillators are doing. We are extremely oversold at the moment. Or have they missed the boat with this, pushed it back down, and this area of buying that you saw happen here, is that what we're doing now? So we're realigning, giving our clients a better opportunity to get in. So just keep it in the back of your mind. I'm not saying that's what's going on, but you've got to ask the question, when things don't make sense, why? Why is it happening? I mean, if we were going to fall, we should fall. If we were going to rally, we should rally. But when we start doing this kind of stuff, and you can see grind, and then boom. And then we sort of grind, and then boom again. Come back. So there are buyers here. There's definitely buyers here. There's something brewing. Not something I want to be flirting with short at the moment down here. I'd rather be flirting short higher up with a tight stop loss. That would give me a better look at the market. But at the moment, this is not something I want to be involved in right now. We'll see if we get back up into this bit of structure from the last couple of days. If we can get back and test the bottom side here, that would get me looking at it. If we get above this level, then it's a still sit on hands until I can see us build a base on this. But trend is down, so we should be looking for shorts. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line at the moment. Anyway, enough waffle from me today. I hope it helped somewhat, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.